Topping today's news, Prime Minister Philip Davis rejects the opposition's concerns over the parliamentary register. The F&M leader shares plans on what an F&M government would be like. The Bahamas signs on to a country cooperation agreement with the Pan American Health Organization, and a man robbed of a large amount of cash at gunpoint. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jerino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. On Monday, the official opposition, Free National Movement, raised a number of concerns as it relates to the new voter registration list that was released after the addition of the two new constituencies. The F&M said in a statement that after reviewing the updated voters list, it has identified serious new problems that raise fresh concerns about election readiness. Well, on Tuesday afternoon, Prime Minister Philip Davis was asked for his reaction to the F&M's concerns, and he basically dismissed them.
It is for all of us, who are participatory members of this democracy, to keep an eye on the registered method to ensure its integrity. Deficiencies does not necessarily mean anything is going wrong, right? Our team is looking at the register as well. And then ever we find the irregularities that they're in, we bring it to the attention of the registrar at the parliamentary commissioner, and so that they can correct it. Instead of going to the press, what I recommend he does is wherever he finds there's some irregularity, draw it to his attention and make sure that they correct it. And if it's not corrected, then that's when they may want to make noise. But to start, to discover an irregularity, if there were one, and to just go straight to the public with it is an unnecessary irritant to the process.
The Prime Minister noted that the registration system remains largely manual and therefore prone to human error. Meanwhile, the Free National Movement's chairman, Dr. Dwayne Sands, said they have formally written to the Parliamentary Registration Department after reviewing the updated list. With the possibility of a change in government looming, Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard is outlining what an F&M-led administration would do differently when it comes to major national deals. Mr. Pintard was asked whether his administration would scrap existing agreements in addition to any specific plans the F&M has in its mind when it comes to governance.
Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll lay those documents so that you can see the result. And then secondly, we've already told you what the F&M will do differently under my administration. One, the sovereign, that is the government of the Bahamas, should always maintain a stake in these arrangements. And the money should not go into the consolidated fund. It should be put in a special purpose vehicle, and we call it the Sovereign Wealth Fund. Put it in the Sovereign Wealth Fund. The second thing is Bahamians should be able to buy shares. Not at $60,000, not at $50,000. At $1,000, at $2,000, at $3,000 or $5,000, so that ordinary Bahamians can have a stake in these deals. Right now, that's not the case with this administration.
The opposition leader says his vision centers on transparency, government ownership, and broader public participation in national investment opportunities should the F&M return to office. The PLP's message going into the next general election will be to ask the Bahamian people to continue building on the progress the government has made over the past 4.5 years. During the campaign launch on Monday at Bahama, the Minister of Energy and Transport, the Member of Parliament for Elizabeth, Jobeth Kobe Davis, applauded the Davis administration for tackling head-on some of the legacy issues the country faces.
Unlike those who governed before us, we don't just make promises. We deliver real progress for Bahamians. PLPs in service to you, the Bahamian people. We have been courageous in addressing what matters most. Our energy. While the F&M did nothing to modernize and upgrade our electricity sector for growth and development, we have embarked on comprehensive reforms to deliver progress. For the first time in BPL's history, households using less than 200 kilowatt hours of electricity pays no base rate, zero. They pay only the cost of fuel. We're investing in renewable energy projects across our beautiful island. Hurricane-resistant steel structures are being built, used to strengthen our grills. We're upgrading systems to deliver more reliable power to your homes and businesses. And because of the vision and actions of the Davis administration, we stand closer than ever before to introducing LNG to our fuel mix. PLPs, these reforms are being implemented and will take BPL from insolvency to financial stability within the next 6 to 7 years. This isn't talk, my friends. This is progress.
Kobe Davis also reminded about the progress the Davis administration is making in housing and agriculture and fisheries. She then went on to take time to explain what the coming election means for the Bahamas.
But the truth is, we stand at an inflection point. The foundations we've laid are strong, but our journey is far from complete. In this election, we face a choice between returning to the days of broken promises and failed leadership or continuing this path for progress. So tonight, PLPs, I don't just ask. I challenge every PLP in this building and across the islands of the Bahamas to rise up. I encourage every voter, especially our young Bahamians, to register to vote for the only party that has consistently delivered for Bahamians. PLPs!
While they will continue to campaign door to door, all political parties will break for the 40-day Lent season that begins today with Ash Wednesday, culminates with Easter. Tuesday marked the official signing of the Bahamas' country cooperation strategy with the Pan American Health Organization, which took place at the office of the Prime Minister. According to the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darbo, the signing marks a milestone for the healthcare sector.
Various ministers of health have been in cooperation with the Pan American Health Organization, as well as the World Health Organization, to ensure that we find ourselves in a position where we are not alone, but in collaboration in the region, guided by technical support from an organization that's been around for more than 100 years. We've been working very closely with the Pan American Health Organization in many types of strategies, and over the last 4 years, a lot of work has been accomplished. We came up with a 4-plan strategy that revolves around equity in healthcare systems, easy access to delivery of primary healthcare throughout the country, as well as the monitoring of communicable and non-communicable diseases, and to ensure that Bahamians, irrespective of where they may live, they can access these systems and services.
Director Dr. Jarvis Barbosa de Silva signed on behalf of PAHO. The Bahamas has been a part of the Pan American Health Organization since 1984. And finally, in this segment, in late January 2026, a mass sick-out was staged by nurses at the Princess Margaret Hospital and other medical facilities around the country, driven by frustration over months of unpaid overtime and other outstanding matters. Since then, the nurses have been paid, but they have said there are still matters that need to be addressed. On Tuesday, the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darbo, shared the latest in the ongoing discussions with the nurses' unions and why the delay in payment happened in the first place.
It's important for the finance officers to red flag and say, hey, we're having a problem here. And it's always normal for you to go into your budget, make some adjustments, and when that's not available, go to finance on the emergency basis. It's unfortunate. I didn't say much about it because it was a technical glitch, and we worked it out very quickly.
The nurses' sick-out caused significant disruption to the healthcare services, forcing the activation of a contingency plan, as staff indicated they would not work extra hours until the payment issues were resolved. You're watching JCN TV News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.